inch square.
How long did it take to make this structure?
Well, I built the floor and the fireplace, and that stood for 2 years before I could afford to build the rest of it.
Just on the same.
And everyone said, this fireplace won't work. This is a Rumford fireplace. It's a very shallow back, but it's very efficient.
Well, it keeps the room really
Yeah,
warm.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it doesn't let, I was surprised, I was thinking, why isn't the smoke drafting into the room? But it doesn't,
Well,
it
it's a
drafts
very
right out.
special design. It's called a Rumford fireplace. It was designed by a gentleman named Count Rumford. He was a contemporary of Benjamin Franklin. He was on the British side during the war, however, and he went off to Germany after the war.
Huh.
But he refitted all of the colonial fireplaces into more efficient fireplaces in that, the colonial fireplaces were very deep.
Cooked in the...
And all of the heat went up the chimney. And he reduced the dimension of the back wall, and then his observation was that fireplaces heated by radiation rather than convection. And so making more of an angle that it would radiate into the room was more efficient, because if it's just a box, the radiation goes toward each wall.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is much more efficient, but the important thing is that the flue size has to be 10% of the opening size. So if you look up that chimney, the flue is, it's 4 inches by 40 inches across, so that the air goes up, and then the flue itself is quite large.
So that's what keeps adequate draft, that
Yeah.
the smoke doesn't come back on.
And there's something called a smoke shelf inside, that the cold air comes down, mixes with the hot air, and goes up. It's pretty technical for a colonial.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
But today's architects design fireplaces now for effect, for aesthetics rather than
Right.
for heat. So something that's been lost.
Those enlightenment guys are pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
Pretty
Well,
sharp.
have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
And thank you for the wine.
You're welcome.